The evil idols can damage him, so set them down and have him get in the flames.
Oh. Never really used the evil idols. So,
Yep, Cheap Trick right up there with spikes on dragons.
Sean, my child, you have done well. These ruins will now serve as your base from which you will embark on your final mission. Only by the power contained within you, the power to create, can this sacred duty be fulfilled. The first part of this duty is to oversee the reconstruction of Tantagel Castle, that it might serve as a haven for humankind. In the latter part of this, rebuild the legendary weapons and armor that were lost to the darkness so long ago, and the holy crystal required to reach the Dragonlord's castle. Return this land to the way it was before the Dragonlord laid his curse upon it. Do this, and your role in the world's revival will be complete, and Elfgard's salvation will be assured. However, Sean, I must warn you, once again, you are not the hero who is destined to defeat the Dragonlord. Do not forget that. And remember, my child, that I do watch over you always. Jeez, can't stress enough that I'm a nobody. You nobody, you going nowhere. What? What? You just gonna roll up in here? Dang, one-shotted.
The spikes from Chapter 1 would do 1-0 damage that ignored armor, so setting them around a dragon before you wake would have it kill itself as.
Never thought of that. By my head, what sorcery is this? Never before have my eyes been met with such brilliance. The brightest torch is but a flickering ember in comparison, and yet it is so soothing. Why, this light is of such perfect purity that even the mists that have long clouded my mind are beginning to clear. Now that my vision is unimpeded, I will be able to see into the future and advise thee of the path thou must needs take to achieve thine aims. 1,000 thanks, John. Verily, thine arrival was worth the wait. But the time for waiting is over. Come, let us rebuild the castle to its former glory. Once that is done, all that remains is to reconstruct the legendary regalia required to lay the Dragonlord low. When that is done, the prophecy will be fulfilled, and thy sacred duty as the builder of Elfgard will be complete. Cool. What is this light? And who is... By the goddess, 'tis the princess. Her majesty has returned to us. But what of thee, boy? Art thou not a little overly casual in the presence of thine elders and betters? Man, I'll stick this sword in your mouth. What? Thou art the builder, the one whose hand dwells the mighty power of creation? 1,000 pardons, sire. I was frozen in stone by the Dragonlord's curse and have only recently been released. I knew not of thy coming. But if I understand correctly, thy role as builder is not that of a warrior, but more that of a carpenter or smith or servant. Excuse me. Haha, 'tis well that is the case. If one so lacking in muscular might as thou were fated to face the Dragonlord, all hope would be lost. I am Launce, Royal Guard of Tantagel. A pleasure to make thine acquaintance. But hold a moment. If it is not thee who is destined to face the Dragonlord, then is it I? Rubus, preserve me. Yeah, whatever, dude. Goodness gracious. What a warm and welcoming light. I'm at home at last. I thank thee, Sean, for bringing the light back to these ruins. Here, we shall rebuild the great city of Tantagel, the capital of all Elfgard. That is the sacred duty entrusted to thee by Almighty Rubus, is it not? Well, I shall help. I may not be a builder, but I am positively brimming with bright ideas. Here, Sean, pray accept this token as proof of our fellowship. I trust it will aid thee in thine efforts. Nice. Lots of quests. Okay, here we go. My dear Sean, I am ever so keen to begin the reconstruction of Tantagel. But as thou seest, the castle lies in ruins, verily. I know not where to start. Thou art well experienced in the art of building, art thou not? Doth any plan suggest itself to thee? Beg pardon? A throne room on the dais, thou sayest? Verily, the chamber where my father and I once held court was in fact that very same place. But in these straitened circumstances, I could not possibly ask thee to build a room for me and me alone. 'Twould not be for me alone? To rebuild the throne room would serve as a symbol of Tentacle's revival? I see. Well, if restoring the throne room would lend courage to my people's hearts, then I will gladly oblige thee. Thou art a kind soul, Sean. I thank thee for thy consideration. Here, take this plan of the old throne room. May it aid thee in restoring this castle to its former glory. Okay. Man, this dude's about to die. Yeah, you're a big, bad, mighty warrior, huh? Are you seriously sleeping in my bed? I'm gonna slit your throat, old man. Okay, it's a new day. Sean, a heavy duty resteth on thy young shoulders. Thou must needs see to Tantagle's revival, and as thy appointed seer, 'tis my duty to guide thee in thy quest. Before its fall, this castle had a chamber wherein soothsayers such as I could prognosticate in peace. 'Twas known as the Diviner's Den, and I would have thee rebuild it. 'Tis not solely for mine own benefit, I assure thee. I had access to such a chamber, I could see more clearly into thy future, and divine the path thou must needs take to achieve thine aims. Over yonder would be perfect site for it. 'Tis where the room was situated in Tentacle Castle of Gold. Go, Sean, follow this blueprint I have prepared for thee, and let the Diviner's Den live again. Okay. Oh, you got something? Tell me, Sean, hast thou heard of the prophecy? It tells of the sword one must wield and the armor one must wear when facing the Dragon Lord. They are known as the Sword of Kings and the Auroral Armor. Alas, they have been lost to this world. The both of them. But if anyone can bring these treasures back to life, it is thou, the blessed builder. And when thy work is done, wilt thou not need a suitable place to store thy prizes? It would not do to simply leave them lying about for any passing monster to run away with. There was once such a chamber in this very castle. Yea, I do believe it was just over there, a stoutly guarded treasury, filled with brimming treasure chests. But if thou prefers another location, I bow to thy building wisdom. All I ask is thou places within its walls a colossal coffer, one chest, and 3 treasure chests. Oh, and a pair of bold banners to make the place fit for a king. Alright. First, get this out of my face. Okay. Oh boy. Wow. "68 castle wall, 34 castle foundation." need iron ingots for that? Oh my god. Okay. Oh wow, I need a lot of stone. Okay, let's get hella stone. Stone, stone, stone. Oh, do one of these. Bones become white blossom. Got it. Two shots. Remember, two shots. What is that? Is that gold? Sure is. Alright.